Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. According to Linha Zabal, Japan, the United States, and the Philippines are set to deepen their collaboration across critical sectors, including artificial intelligence, AI, and semiconductor supply chains, as well as energy industries. This cooperation will specifically focus on the planned Energy Industry Center on Luzon Island in the Philippines, with a particular emphasis on developing liquefied natural gas, LNG, projects. This initiative builds upon the Luzon Economic Corridor project, which was launched during the 2024 Trilateral Summit, and involves investments in key infrastructure. To further these goals, the three governments plan to jointly host an investment forum on Luzon Island in September, aiming to connect businesses with opportunities in the AI and semiconductor fields. The U.S. intends to establish a 16-square-kilometer economic security zone on Luzon to attract AI-related industries, while Japan encourages its AI companies, especially those in disaster prevention, to join, recognizing the Philippines' vulnerability to natural disasters. The Philippines, in turn, is seeking Japan's support for its nascent AI sector. Other nations like Canada, South Korea, Australia, the UK, and France are also participating in the broader Luzon Economic Corridor project. According to GJ Press, Japanese Defense Minister Shinjiro Koizumi on Sunday defended Japan's recent revisions to its three principles on defense equipment transfers, which now essentially permit arms exports. Speaking at the Asia Security Summit, or Shangri-La Dialogue, in Singapore, Koizumi asserted that these changes are intended to tangibly strengthen deterrence and response capabilities of the region. He directly challenged China's accusations of Japan pursuing new militarism, calling the argument wrong. Koizumi emphasized the necessity of ensuring a seamless provision of necessary equipment and capabilities to the region as a whole, particularly to prevent shortages and logistical disruptions during crises. He stressed Japan's desire to be a reliable partner that helps countries defend themselves and fosters regional stability, aiming for Japan to act as a connecting point for regional efforts. He also pointed out the perceived hypocrisy of China's criticism, noting its vast arsenal of nuclear weapons and strategic bombers compared to Japan's lack thereof. According to Liberty Times, Japanese Defense Minister Shinjiro Koizumi and U.S. Secretary of War Pete Hegseth held talks on May 30th in Singapore, agreeing to accelerate joint development and production of missiles. The discussions took place on the sidelines of the Shangri-La Dialogue, marking their fourth meeting. A key outcome was the consensus to boost the co-development and manufacturing of Extended-Range Standard Missile 3 Block EEA, SM-3 Block EEA, interceptors and advanced medium-range air-to-air missiles, MRAM. They also agreed to promote the sharing of missile defense information among Japan, the United States, and Australia. Koizumi emphasized the critical task of strengthening the deterrence and response capabilities of the Japan-US alliance. Hegseth welcomed Japan's recent revision of its three principles on transfer of defense equipment and its planned revision of the national security strategy, stating that Japan-US cooperation would contribute to regional peace and prosperity. While the U.S. raised defense spending matters during the hour-long meeting, no specific figures or conclusions were negotiated. Both sides also exchanged views on the regional situation, including China, and agreed to enhance cooperation with like-minded countries like Australia and South Korea. According to GG Press, Japanese Defense Minister Shinjiro Koizumi announced on May 31 that Japan and the Philippines have agreed to move forward with discussions for exporting surface-to-ship missiles to the Southeast Asian nation. The announcement followed a meeting between Koizumi and Philippine Defense Secretary Gilberto Teodoro in Singapore. The Type 88 surface-to-ship missile, utilized by the Japan Ground Self-Defense Force during the Balikatan multinational exercise in the Philippines in April and May, is reportedly being considered for export. This initiative is expected to significantly enhance the Philippines' deterrence and response capabilities, particularly in light of its ongoing maritime disputes with China in the South China Sea. Furthermore, Minister Koizumi stated that a general agreement has been reached for the swift transfer of retired Japan Maritime Self-Defense Force Abukuma-class escort vessels to the Philippines. Additionally, one TC-90 training aircraft is slated for delivery to the Philippines by fiscal year 2027. According to the Liberty Times, Carnival Corporation, the world's largest cruise company, announced on May 27 that nearly 6 million customer records were exposed in a data breach. The incident was discovered on April 14 when Carnival's IT security team identified unauthorized activity in an employee's account. Investigations revealed that an attacker used social engineering to deceive the employee, gaining partial access to the IT system and subsequently obtaining customer information. The compromised data includes names, email addresses, phone numbers, dates of birth, driver's license numbers, and passport numbers. Carnival Corporation expressed deep regret for the data leak and is committed to enhancing its security measures. The company is offering 2 years of free credit monitoring services to affected customers. However, some customers have indicated a preference for cash refunds or cruise vouchers instead. Additionally, there are unconfirmed reports on Reddit suggesting that Carnival refused to pay a ransom, leading to the data being published on the dark web, with the notorious ransomware group Shiny Hunters claiming responsibility. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.